everyone. I'm Damien Holbrook from TV Guide Magazine and TV Insider, and I'm talking with Neil and Brooks from Netflix's Uncoupled, which I loved and watched all in one sitting.
Hey, birthday boy. Gosh, the tension in your shoulders is off the charts. What's going on?
I took my clothes and some things, and I moved out.
I found this to be so winning, and I love the rom-com where it's a bittersweet story, but it's not bitter. So let's just talk about that first. Neil, I love that you finally get to do all of this stuff in this show.
Thanks. I like it too. I'm glad to hear you say that you binged it all, because I imagine this being that kind of show. It's not trying to take itself so seriously, and yet it's dealing with serious emotional circumstances that sort of everyone has gone through or fear going through, and then is played out in front of you. But it doesn't feel heavy-handed. That's what intentionally, like, we wanted it to be emotional, heartfelt, winning, and yet ridiculous and funny and pratfally, like sort of like life at the same time. So I'm pleased to have like queer content that's relatable to more people than just queer audiences. I think is a win. Yeah.
And also, it's kind of sexy too. You get to do some stuff that, like,
Thank you.
Yeah.
No.
What should I know?
No. Yes. And now, Brooks, Stanley is the friend I think everyone has or should have.
Sexy, attractive,
smart, supportive. Still putting it out there also, which I love. But also, I don't want to spoil anything, but this is a character who takes a turn at some point that didn't see coming. How nice is it to find a role at this point that is so layered?
Well, it's not only welcome, but it's wonderful, to be able to do what I'm perhaps more known for doing, which is doing the funny parts, the sort of silly friend, supportive, smart, silly, but sexy. Sexy, that's the word I was looking for. A thin friend. So anyway, but to be able to have such wonderful writing that not only does the opportunity come up to do something more serious or something more grounded seeming, it also is so well written that it actually is believable that this person is going through it. So it's not just sort of, let's just all of a sudden have this funny person do something serious, which can be jarring. This is very seamless, I felt, and that was a gift.
Yeah, and honestly, I gotta say, I want to spend time with these friends.
Right.
I thought when I finished watching all of them, I think this show's gonna catch on, because when you're done with these 8 episodes, you really feel weirdly invested in them, and you haven't spent that much time with them. But you've kind of watched them all behave badly and behave wonderfully, and like be in conflict. It sneaks up on you. This Uncoupled.
The couple that I did not expect to see become friends on the show. I love these two. I could watch these two as their own show.
Thank you.
So let's talk about this. These two, I love this. So let's talk about these characters. Marcia, how much fun is this woman? Because she has no boundaries.
I love that you say that. That's so true. She is so much fun to play. She's Upper East Side, very wealthy and very entitled. And she goes through, which nothing more fun than watching a grand person go through a little bit of a comeuppance. So she ends up with hubris and her own humiliation. And she was so much fun to just embody. And the wardrobe, cashmere, that was also fun. But then she meets this free spirit, and at first dismisses her, and then discovers herself through her. And it was so
And
fun.
just let me just say, because I always say this about her, because it is so true. Watching her portray this character, or being in the room with her while she is conducting this one woman's freaking symphony. The ups and downs and the beautiful way that she, mastered the language and the beats and the colors. Marcia Gay Harden is the truth. That's all I can say.
She says it like she's not doing the same thing.
But this Suzanne is like, this is the girl I want to work with, I want to play with, I want to hang out with, I want to buy an apartment with, but I also just want to chill with her because she's the energy. She is the positive energy.
I wanted to bring to Neil's character, Michael. I wanted to make sure that he felt supported in this newness. That's something that, we both have in real life been through, this uncoupling. I guess they call it uncoupling now.
Uncoupling. I'm going to call it uncoupling.
Yeah,
forever.
I kind of like that.
Right.
It's
not broken
nicer.
up. Broken up is so
divorce.
It's like broke. You're broke.
Nasty.
No, you're uncoupled. That's all.
We're doing it now. We're doing a scene now.
So Tuck, I keep seeing you playing these great roles of like these very wealthy, well-heeled men who sometimes are terrible at romance.
Playing yourself.
Well, I wasn't always a self-actualized, confident gay guy. I grew up, as a gay kid and as a gay young adult into adulthood, having a lot of fears about what it meant to be gay. I was a gay actor playing gay roles in the 90s, and I was told you can't do that if you want to play other roles. But at the same time, I was told that I couldn't play the straight roles because I was gay. So I slipped through the cracks, and it was amazing that I got to do any work at all. So there has been sort of a progression where, since doing it since the 90s until now, there's more characters to play. There's a wider range of characters to play. We aren't just the gay clown or the terribly troubled person or the psychopath. We're more fleshed out characters, and guys like Darren Star and Jeff Richmond are great at writing characters like that, even with flaws.
And actually, and Emerson, in the same way, your character is incredibly loyal to
He's
Mike.
incredibly loyal, and to piggyback on what Tug was saying, we weren't necessarily like pigeonholed into being like the witty neighbor, even though most of the characters in the show are quite witty, or the magical fun friend that comes in and solves all your relationship problems. Just human beings going through it, sometimes better than other times, with good advice and bad advice. And I think that's one of the beautiful things about my character, Billy. He's just a fun guy who is a bit of a narcissist,
a bit of a narcissist,
who gives who just really just tries to be the best friend he possibly can. To all of his friends. He's just kind of limited by his own immaturity.
He's doing the best he can with what he has to work with.
Exactly.
So congratulations, and everyone, do not miss Uncoupled on Netflix. Thank you guys so much.